friends, this is Wani and welcome to Wani's house. Well, today I have something very special to share with you for a breakfast idea for your honey for Valentine's Day. If you don't want to make the usual pancakes and eggs and bacon, how about a bacon, potato, and chorizo omelet? I'm going to share it with you and we're going to style a breakfast tray for Valentine's Day, so stay tuned.
So the items that you're gonna need for this omelet are, this is turkey bacon. I can use regular bacon. I have some diced bell peppers, green bell peppers. This is one medium potato that I've diced, and a third of an onion, a small onion. And of course, you're going to need your chorizo. So if you don't know what chorizo is a Mexican sausage, and it is so good. I was introduced to chorizo about, wow, maybe 25 years ago or so when I was in college. I know I have like really dated myself, but and we would have this in the cafeteria area, and I tried it one time and I was hooked. And it was actually chorizo and scrambled eggs, and it was delicious. So whenever we had chorizo, I would always get it because it quickly became my favorite to have with my eggs. So I'm using beef chorizo. There's also a pork chorizo, and if you like that, it is delicious also. And but this is what I have on hand. We had the pork chorizo last week, so I'm just gonna make my make it with the beef chorizo today. So we're gonna start this recipe by, I'm gonna put some extra virgin olive oil non-stick cooking spray in the pan, and I'm not gonna use a lot. I just want enough so that nothing will stick. There's gonna be a lot of oil and juices from the chorizo, so we don't need to put any other oil. If you want to put maybe like a little sliver of butter in here, you can, but I'm not going to. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to let my pan heat up just a little bit, and then I'll begin to add my potatoes because they're going to take the longest to cook in all the things that I'm making. Then we will add the bell peppers and the onions at the same time, and then when they caramelize, we will add the chorizo. And the seasonings and the spices with the chorizo is going to meld with the other ingredients, and it is going to give the potatoes a beautiful red color. It is going to be delicious. So you're going to watch me do that quickly, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so now that everything is cooked and has began to cook, we're going to add our chorizo. So I've cut the top off the package of chorizo here, and I'm just going to just squeeze it into our pan. I just love the color of this, and I also love the smell. It smells so good, so good. And sometimes you can get chorizo and it's in a casing, and in those occasions you would just cut the casing open, and you would get to the sausage. Some people think you cook it in the casing. You do not. So I will just, while this is cooking, I'll chop it up, and then as it cooks, it becomes looser, as you see right now, and I'll just begin to incorporate all of these ingredients with the chorizo. Now this is what it looks like once everything has begun to cook together, and you see how loose the chorizo gets. Now that's a lot of juices and the different fats from the meat and the spices. So we're gonna cook it down until we cook a lot of that juice out, but I don't want it to be dry. So we're gonna cook it down until I'm satisfied with all of the fat and juices to be absorbed into the meat and to the other vegetables, and then we'll go on and we'll start forming our omelet. Okay, so this is how I like my chorizo. As you see, most of the fat has already been cooked out, and it's not like dry. And this will also be like if you was doing scrambled egg and chorizo, this is about where I would begin adding my eggs to scramble them. But because I am going to use this in an omelet, I'm just going to set it to the side, and I already have my other pan warming up for our omelet. So I'm going to switch eyes, and we will begin assembling our omelet, making our omelet. Okay, so now I have my next pan, and do you remember this pan? This is my rock pan. I am still loving this pan, and I use it all the time. So I'm just going to spray some olive oil on it, and we are ready to pour our eggs for our omelet. So this is just 3 eggs here that I have I'm scrambling, and if you would like, you can add some salt and pepper, and I'm going to just add a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. In this, so just a little bit, and our pan is hot, and so we'll just pour the omelet, pour the egg, and we'll just take it around the pan. Okay, and the omelet, the base of the omelet will begin to set, and I just want to go around the edges of the pan, so this way it will be so much easier for us when we fold our omelet. So this omelet is just going to be just one fold. I'm not going to like triple fold it. And while it's at this stage here, you can add your cheese. And the cheese that I am going to use, because it is chorizo, I think we should use some type of Mexican type cheese. So you can use a Monterey Jack. If you like the cojada, I think it's cojada type cheese, it's the Mexican cheese, you can use that. Or you can use pepper jack. And so I'm using pepper jack here that I've shaved. And I'm going to use that in here, and I'm just going to sprinkle it all over generously. And I had a block of it, and I thinly shredded it. Okay. And if you don't like any of those cheeses, it will still be good if you used sharp cheddar cheese, or a white cheddar would be good in this also. And so I have like just torn my bacon now, and I have like heated it up a little bit in the microwave, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of bacon on here. If you like pork bacon, that's fine. This is actually turkey bacon. And if you don't want to use this type of chorizo, they also have a vegetarian chorizo that is really, really good. It smells like this chorizo and it tastes like this chorizo. So I'm just gonna, on one side, put my chorizo mixture here. Okay. And then we're going to, wait a minute, we're just gonna flip it like this. Okay. And then your cheese is gonna melt, and then we'll go ahead and plate it. So now we're gonna begin creating our Valentine's breakfast tray. And so we're gonna start with our coffee. My hubby loves this coffee. It's the Coffee People. It's a Black Tiger dark roast. He loves dark roast coffees. So that's what we're gonna make for him this morning in the Keurig. And this coffee cup here was sent to me by my girl Elle. Elle is so sweet. She sent me, actually sent me the coffee cups with the saucers. So that's what we're gonna be using this morning. Thank you, Elle. I absolutely love these coffee cups. They are so freaking cute. And Mr. B really thinks that this is too dainty for a man. But that's what we're gonna be drinking our coffee out of this morning. Okay, so this is my tray, my serving tray that I'm gonna use this morning. I purchased this from IKEA and this was only 99 cents. I thought it was a great little tray to use, and you can style it various ways. So this is what we're going to use this morning for our breakfast tray. Now the first item that I'm going to use, because our tray is really neutral, we're going to bring some color to the tray. And this is the wrapping paper that you saw me use on my Valentine's tablescape, and I just cut it the circumference of my plate here. So some of you guys asked about wrapping paper. The wrapping paper I purchased last year from IKEA, and it was $1. So they had a lot of wrapping paper. It was after Valentine's Day that was on sale, and so $1. I bought this. I bought another one that has sort of a Valentine's motif on it, but I just cut this the circumference of the plate that I'm using. And this is another plate that I'm using. You saw these on my tablescape as well, and I bought about 10 of them, and they were 79 cents, guys. So I'm gonna place this here, and so that brings some color to the tray. And then next I'm going to use this napkin ring. And I purchased this napkin ring a couple of years ago from the Salvation Army. I don't remember how much they were, but I love them because of the little teapot. They're so cute. But because in the for Valentine's Day, I'm going to use a red napkin here. Okay, and we're gonna place that right there. And now that we have hubby's coffee ready, we'll put the saucer right here. And I have his coffee the way that he likes it, right there. We need our silverware, so I'm gonna place the silverware here at the top. And that's because this tray is all the other things I have on here, so I think that would be fine right there. Or how about okay, so we'll place the silverware there next to our napkins. And then lastly, just to add some flowers to the tray, I'm going to use these flowers here. And the flower holder came from our girl Tony at Miss Moore's Nose, and I think that's really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and plate everything, and then we will begin having our breakfast in bed. Okay guys, so here is my Valentine's breakfast tray, and I think it came out really cute. So for breakfast, we are going to have our chorizo, potatoes, and turkey bacon omelet. If you would like, you can put salsa on this, or you can put sour cream, but I'm not going to use neither for this. And we're going to have rice. My husband was raised eating rice in the morning, and so occasionally I will make him rice, and I think this will be really good. And you can have it with grits if you would like. If you just want it with the potatoes outside of the omelet, that would be fine too. But I'm giving him what he likes, and what his mom usually would make them in the morning. And I have the faux flower here in my bud vase, and it is so pretty. I am loving all of the colors, and I think this is really sweet to do. Even if you're not celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend and you're doing it next weekend, or if you're doing it actually Valentine's Day, you may be going to work early, going to work late, or you may be getting up early just to make this for your sweetie. It would be a really nice gesture. If you don't have a tray, you can always go to the Dollar Tree and get a baking pan and use a baking pan as your tray. That would be great, and just line the bottom of it with some type of wrapping paper or whatever you have on hand, or you can just leave it. You can spray paint it, you can leave it plain, however you want to do it. That is perfectly it's up to you, but it is an awesome gesture, and your loved one would appreciate it too. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some ideas on something that you can make that may be unusual or different for your breakfast coming up Valentine's Day or any weekend. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. And if you're new to Wani's house, I would love for you to subscribe. So guys, you know what I'm about to do. And you know what I always say, the next time you're in town, you can stop by Wani's house. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.